Right, this is the Jeff and Tony special, which he's already introed on his channel. I'm now introing on my channel, and we're going to talk about the march because I was there and he's got a lot to say about it, so it seems to make sense. Go.
Right, I want to start with this post from Bristol for Europe. They came in their thousands to support Tommy Robinson and chant his name.
Not necessarily true.
The mums sipping Alka-Pops, their adult daughters vaping, the sharp-haired lads with spliffs tucked behind their ears, the toothless victims of social dislocation staring into space, and the dads, above all the dads. So what I'm seeing is a massive campaign by, I mean, I don't even know who these people are. But
well, look, he's got an EU flag in his bio.
Yeah.
That tells you everything you need to know right there. And I guarantee you it'll say FBPE in a hashtag somewhere. So that's who he is.
So they're claiming that all the people who were at the protest were toothless, vaping, sharp-haired lads with spliffs, and mums sipping Alka-Pops. Tell us about your experience of London before we get into numbers, because I think we're doing numbers next.
Well, obviously, I wasn't actually there for the march. I was there for West Ham.
How did that go?
Yeah. Anyway, I wasn't there, so I wish I was there for the march. I should have just gone and sat with everyone else, stood with everyone else.
Yeah.
So we got out of Waterloo, which was where the main muster point was for the start of the march. Everyone was meeting at Waterloo. So we got out of Waterloo and said, well, let's go and have a look round. So we walked out and instantly there are just flags everywhere. I mean, it was brilliant. And it's immensely not well-mannered. Everyone was in excellent spirits.
Yeah.
There was no anger on the streets. There was no animosity. It was just people stood around talking to whoever was there. And there's a video that I've sent you of me filming it so you can see the type of people that were there. We walked up the street to where the main stage was. We couldn't get to the main stage for the start because there was a police cordon, and this lovely lady came over in high-vis vest and she went, sorry mate, can you go back the other way? They're going to get shitty if we let any more people through. I'm like, yeah, whatever, sweetheart, we're in here to cause problems. And so as I walked up that bit, I seen two proper old-fashioned mods, I would imagine in their 70s.
Yeah.
All proper modded up, lovely shiny cherry red DMs on,
Yeah.
and just looking really smart. I then seen a load of people from the Harley Davidson Club, and then a load of ex-squaddies, all in full uniform, berets on, smart as a carrot, chests out, and clearly, you know, organising their section of the march.
Yeah.
And apart from that, it was largely normal people.
Yeah.
When we got on the train at Exeter, Cranbrook, just outside Exeter, we jumped out the car. This old couple, I say old couple, if you're watching, sorry if I've called you old, you are older than me.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily old, but I'd say they were in their 60s.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, you're going to the march? And we said, oh, we're going to go and have a look before we go to West Ham. And they're like, oh, we're going, we're really looking forward to it. And I would say these are the type of people who go down the garden centre on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And, you know, they probably don't go out for roast. They're not that ostentatious. They probably just cook their own roast at home. And they enjoy nothing more than watching Holby City on a Saturday night. These were the people that were on the march, not what they're saying there.
They might even grow their own veg, have an allotment, have a greenhouse.
He did. He looked the type. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So where we've been shown, if I just go over to this photo of the horse and it's got the flare beneath it, and all the people are pushing on there. Now, that's not what I got. Lots of friends that were there, and I watched a lot of the footage. I didn't see much or any of that. Did you see anything like that?
No, I didn't see. I mean, we were at the start, but no, there was nothing.
Yeah.
And everyone I've spoken to since said there was nothing. It was just the problem was that there were too many people, and they started stopping people going across Westminster Bridge because they thought the bridge couldn't cope. That should tell you everything you need to know about the volume of people.
When the media are saying, oh, it was a few thousand, it was 100,000. They nearly broke the bridge.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, and I've got issues with this photo, and because I said I didn't really see any flares like that, and I've run it through a couple of different things to try and work out if the flame has been added in or whatnot, because it seems odd to me that there's a horse that's directly on top of a flame. I don't know, none of that seems to make sense. Let's leave that for the moment though.
No, while we're on that subject, have you seen the video on Twitter that was helicopter footage of an alleged scuffle taking place, and actual Twitter has fact checked it and gone, This is from the anti-lockdown march in 2021.
Amazing. So that is what I suspected, that even if this is from the march at the weekend.
Well, no, part of it could be that bit in the background, because if you notice, this is all in sharp focus. He'll put this photo up. Sharp focus at the front, and then soft focus at the back, which could be the photography. But the problem is, with AI, you just don't know what's real anymore.
It's getting hard, isn't it? And I've run it through.
But what we do know is that what we see with our own eyes.
Correct. And when you've got all of these media outlets saying there were 110,000, as I said in my video yesterday, you ask Grok or any AI thing and say, can you tell me how many people are in this video? And the lower estimate that I got from Grok was closer to 400,000. Now, when you read things like this one here from Liz Kershaw, who's a DJ, I hadn't heard of her. But
He'd never heard of her. Liz Kershaw used to be on Radio 1. Used to do Drive Time. No, that was Jackie Brambles. Move on.
She said, I live up the way from a couple of miles from Westminster. Put my teeth back in.
Well, one of them.
Yeah. It often becomes a marching ground for protest. I've seen LGTB protests that are said to have been 150 to 200,000. I saw the royal wedding that was reportedly 500,000. What I saw today dwarfed the two of them combined. If I had to guess from my eye alone, conservatively, I'd say 1.5 million. I think it's hilarious now that you've got all of these media outlets that are saying, with some sort of definiteness, it was 110.
Yeah.
Could you put a number on it?
No, because you can't tell. That's the thing. Like, I'm in Waterloo on the ground. I actually stood on a pillar.
Yeah.
But all you could just see, all you can see in front of you is people and flags.
Yeah.
So it's impossible to quantify it in any way, shape, or form. But if you look at what we're looking at now, and that volume of people there going all the way down the Mall and all the rest of it, I mean, it's a lot of people.
Because the other thing is, what people were saying about this photo is, they don't, in this footage, they pan all the way up to the top and you see there's people all the way up there, but they don't show the bridge. The bridge was full at this point. The bridge is absolutely full. Am I right?
Yeah.
Do you reckon that's right?
Yeah, because there's actual helicopter footage, that Tommy Robinson chartered a helicopter to take photos of the footage so that he could go, well, no, what you're showing is not what was there. That's on, it's on Twitter somewhere.
Yeah.
And he goes all the way around Westminster and then goes back across the bridge.
Yeah.
And it's just people as far as the eye can see. So you don't, there's no way of counting it, but you know that it's more people than have been in London for many a year.
Yeah.
And received a lot less positive press than all the other stuff.
So if we flick back over to this one, which was about the comparison between Notting Hill Carnival and Unite the Kingdom. Now,
should we play Top Trumps?
Yeah, let's play Top Trumps. Yeah. Let's go for I'll be Unite the Kingdom. You be Notting Hill. Right, ready?
Go.
Arrests. How many arrests did you have at Notting Hill Carnival?
Just the 528. It was way down on last year, and everyone was very pleased with the outcome.
Excellent. Unite the Kingdom was 9. How many arrests or incidents of weapon possession did you have?
Again, thanks to Sadiq Khan and his brilliant policies on knife crime, we cut it down to 40.
46 actually.
Oh yeah, 46.
Another 6 on there. I'm at 0, none, not 1. What about, I don't know if you can say it, SAs, shall we say?
Offences. Well, obviously Notting Hill was a big family day out, big family day out.
Family day out.
So that's why in a Savile-esque type family day out, there were only 18 offences.
Yeah, that's right. Whereas all of these racist thugs that were at
gap-toothed racist thugs.
Gap-toothed racist thugs. See you later. He's gonna hit my car. There was 0 again. But the mainstream narrative said that your event was a lovely family
day out. Thank you very much. Yes, lovely family day out.
Whereas Unite the Kingdom was a far-right thing full of racist yobs. What none of the media discussed is what everybody was there for, which is quite hilarious, isn't it? Not one media outlet has said anything about it.
Well, that's the interesting thing, and I didn't realise this at the time, but it was actually a very Christian thing.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not religious in any way, shape or form, but I was surprised to see people carrying wooden crosses. And even more surprised to see, or not, I didn't see it, but I read a report that said when they got to Westminster, they did the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
And I think this could be the thing that breaks the media, because they go, no! no, you're meant to be evil.
Yeah.
How dare you do things that the WI do?
Well, I had an email from someone that was arrested he's one of the 9 that was arrested, and he was explaining what happened
But
with him.
we've only got to find another 8 and we got the set.
And we got the lot. Now, his problem was that he was right at the front in the crush and was being pushed up against the police, and then the police started to get very aggressive. And his incident happened when he was pushed so hard by this police officer, and he said he was pushed really hard and he landed on an old black lady. Now, according to the media narrative, there wouldn't have been any black people there because it was a racist protest.
I've got to admit, I wasn't counting,
Yeah.
but I did see some black people. I definitely saw some Asian people, and everybody stood together. They weren't in different sections. This wasn't South Africa in the 80s.
Yeah.
This is proper multicultural London.
Yeah.
But they all feel the same way. Well, that's the other thing. They're trying to pinpoint this on it just being an well, it depends on which media. The Guardian are saying it's anti-Muslim. The Independent are saying it's anti-immigration. And the Daily Express are saying it's anti-Diane.
Yeah.
The fact is, nobody actually knows. Everyone was there for their own reasons.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
and everyone had their own reasons for wanting to go. Now, that old couple that I met they're not National Front. But there were some people there who thought that, everybody should be deported. There were a lot of people there that didn't think that.
Yeah.
They were there because they're just fed up.
Yeah. So you could distill it down that all those people were there because they know that something is up and there's a problem with the way the country is being run and we want something to be done about it. There might not be a complete message, but when you've got the likes of Jordan Peterson going, do you know what, this is actually quite important. Oh, I didn't think he didn't actually end up speaking. But when you've got people like him saying, do you know what, the UK is in a real mess in terms of free speech, it feels like we've come to a head and people want somewhere to put themselves to say, hang on a minute, we need to do something here, whatever that might be.
Whatever you are in Westminster, we do not agree with you.
Yeah.
And we do not like the way that you are managing the country. Please change it. That was the overriding message.
Yeah.
At no point was it, oh, let's just go out and, stab a dinghy and, drown some. There was none of that going on.
Yeah. But what the mainstream media can't do is admit that there's a possibility that there were more than 1 million people on the streets of London who were not happy with the government. So what they did instead is they posted a picture of a guy wrapped in an England flag buying an London bargee and say, "Whoa, look at, isn't this hypocritical?" It's like, well, you're missing the point completely. It's not about white people, brown people, any of that. It's about people going, the government needs to do something about what's going on in the nation, and the government needs to do something for the benefit of the people instead of constantly pushing everybody down and doing things, implementing policies that are blatantly anti-human. That's what people have had enough with. We don't want to see people locked up for posting a tweet. We don't want to see aid and flipping NHS dentist appointments going as a priority to people who've recently arrived, which we know is happening. People have had enough.
Well, he said, good speech, Jeff. You should have been on stage.
Well,
unfortunately, you're not the world's richest man, so you were fairly saying after that video you did last week, you're getting close. But
803,000 views on a YouTube short, 76 quid.
It was a short.
It was a short, yeah.
No!
A bit of video, we might be all right, but it was only a minute long.
Damn, if you told me that, I would have bought you coffee.
Right, let me just read you this. This is from someone else. I haven't got the whole message here, but this just captures what was going on at the front.
I get some air in.
I know,
Because I doubt the windows work on this car.
No, well, this one definitely doesn't. I gave my VIP passes for myself and my girlfriend to a blind girl who was having a panic attack and a child of a disabled family.
This sounds like a BBC trailer where they're trying to tick all the ethnic diversity boxes.
Could be watching an advert.
Yeah.
As the idiot security in high-vis jackets would not allow them through. It was chaos. Even though the street beyond was massive and clear, they could have easily allowed people to go through and alleviate the chaos. There will be a lot more people this time. Police and security drafted in from everywhere in the country, even Scotland and Wales. I've got this gut feeling something's going to happen, maybe multiple, and the media will cover it this time, unlike the previous ones. So it seems to me that all the unrest, all the problems seem to be happening from the way the police were managing things. People were diverted, people were sent different directions, people were moved in and around and hemmed in, and then you've got the fact that the police then ushered in the anti-protest protester to get them in the most sort of volatile positions. It doesn't, from everything I've read, sounds like the crowd mostly were fairly nice, decent, normal people.
I obviously have travelled the world with West Ham. and been to various football grounds, I know when I turn up and there's people that are looking for a fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just know. There was none of that. There wasn't even that at West Ham Spurs, mainly because West Ham didn't put up a fight, which just laid down.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, even the Spurs fans were happy. They weren't angry about, well, they wouldn't be angry. They were winning 3-0. They were having a lovely time taking the piss out of us.
Yeah.
But there was no atmosphere. You know, I've walked out of tube stations before and gone, right, pay attention, boys. We need to get out of here sharpish.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's none of that.
Yeah.
There was none of that whatsoever. It was just, that wasn't what it was about at all.
Mm.
And a lot of the flags, I didn't realise that it was called the Unite the Kingdom March.
Yeah.
But I thought what a lovely, simple message that is.
Yeah.
You know, this march is not about division, which is what the media want it to be about.
Yeah.
It's not. In any way, shape or form is it about division. It's actually about uniting people and saying, look, we all want the same thing. We all want to live in a happy place. It's just that we're being told that we're racist for wanting to live in a happy place.
Yeah.
And that's where it goes wrong.
Yeah. And that's why the media cannot possibly let the true message of what this was about appear on the pages of their rags, because if the normal humans realise that well, they've just got to sell us.
No, but that's the thing, right? That's the thing. And it just comes back to that couple. I wish I'd got their names because it would have worked out so much better. But, you know, we were just more concentrated on me cooking breakfast on a train. There's a video for another day.
Right.
And those are the people, not the likes of me and you that have been spouting this crap for years.
Yeah.
And people are just finally going, do you know what? I think after all those years of, particularly during COVID, of us being told that we're this, we're that, and we're the other, do you know what? I think he may have had a point on some things. And those people, I think, made up the bulk of however many people were there. I think the main problem they've got now is that Middle England has had enough.
Yeah.
And Middle England and your George and Mildreds and that type of people, those were the people that were everywhere. You know, all your usual suspects were there. Yes, there were blokes with England flags and tattoos. And
yeah,
they're at every single event I go to.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're not bad people.
Yeah.
But they won't be afraid to voice their opinion. The problem is that now you've got up to 1 million people who are now voicing their opinion that previously just sat and ate a diet of BBC News and went, yes, well, if Nicholas Witchell has said that's what's happening, we must believe him.
Yeah.
They've now gone, hang on a minute, this ain't right.
Yep. Yeah.
And when you've got those people, those are the people that will make the difference.
Mm.
You know, we are merely shepherds.
Mm.
And it's the rest of the lot that will actually make a difference.
Yeah.
Because as we've proved, we've had no change on society whatsoever. I've been banging on about this for years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, COVID was a big wake up for a lot of people, but there's a ton of people there. As your Alfa Romeo, I mean, you've come all the way up to Worcestershire today from Cornwall, got your passport out, go across the bridge. At what point in your journey today, what percentage would you say you were through your journey before your Alfa broke?
Can I use decimals?
Yeah, yeah.
0.5.
Right.
Literally, I picked Dan up from his house.
Dan was coming to collect the car from me, by the way. He just happened to live near Tony and be his mate.
So I thought this was an ideal opportunity for me to come up and spend some time with my good buddy and fellow YouTuber, Mr. Geoffbuyscars. Yeah, I left his house. I drove, I reckon, half a mile.
Right.
And the engine management light came on. I know what it is. It's the EGR valve. I should have took it out and cleaned it and put it back. I haven't. I've just been turning it off.
Right.
And I'm going to do it again in a minute.
Yeah.
And then hopefully I'll have a bit of turbo on the way. It still cruised at a very safe 70 miles an hour all the way up the motorway. It wasn't an issue at all.
Yeah.
In fact, it stopped me speeding.
Yeah, fair enough. Whilst I've got you on speeding, I think we should do a second video. Can we talk about speeding on a second video?
Yeah, I got a revelation on that.
All right. Next video with Tony, because I got some stuff to say as well. Right. New video. Thanks for watching that one, everybody.
Thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, stuff. Future my arse.